You should be watching.
Look at my horse is amazing.
What's good, people? Kicking this thing off because I think there's a lot of third-party news that we have to cover today. Demoniacal Fit, the coming one, Top Gun, will be available soon. So typically, whenever we see this specific style of promo shot from Demoniacal Fit, we can damn near guarantee that the figure will be out soon. If people don't already have it, I don't think I've seen too many pictures online of this just yet, but we'll see. If you want to pre-order this is still, I think it's still up for pre-order on 5K Toys. If not, I'll probably put like some type of correction in the video, or I'll just put the link in the description. But this can be pre-ordered 5K Toys, Hobby Model Store, AliExpress, wherever you decide to pre-order it. Now, that's not all for Demoniacal Fit. Next up, we have this Saiyan Saga Goku that's being released, which is, I think, a cool release by Demoniacal Fit. I'm not particularly interested in this because, you know, I could just go to Target and get a similar figure. I just wouldn't have the Gohan accessory pieces or minifigure, whatever you want to call it. But Demoniacal Fit Father and Son, the Unbreakable Bond. Oh, typo right there. But yeah, this is good for people that are not in the States, because I believe that last Goku is a Target exclusive that came out. But yeah, that's it on Demoniacal Fit for now. You know, Demoniacal Fit always got a trick up their sleeve, as does third party in general, I guess. But on to the next thing. Okay, so now we have the KW Studio Cell Juniors being in production. Well, actually, you can see the figures, the little figures are finished. So I'm assuming that this will be out anytime soon, you know? Well, not anytime soon, but we'll say within the coming months. This should definitely be dropping. As far as pre-orders for this, definitely those things sold out mad fast. So if you're looking to get it retroactively, you'll probably have to check AliExpress. But, you know, with tariffs and everything, you know, shipping might be a bit of a pain, you know? So, you know, be mindful of that. If I can find some links, I'll put them in the description. But yeah, for the most part, the pre-orders for these have been sold out for a while now. On to the next thing. Now we move on to my good man Burst CG's page, and this head sculpt, this Broly head sculpt, is by DKO Toys and is meant to go with your Beast Deities Broly if you were actually able to acquire one. Now, these head sculpts, or hair sculpts, look fantastic, especially like this one right here. The blonde one I actually like more than the green one. Now, I think a lot of people will go for the green one just off the strength that, of course, the screen accurate and whatnot. But definitely shaping up and looking very nice. I wouldn't be surprised if this drops soon. I think these are still up for pre-order on OmniMateStore.com. If I can find the links for all the stuff that's here, I will. If it's not, if you don't see a link for it, I most likely couldn't find a link. But that's not all from DKO. So in addition to that Broly head sculpt, DKO also has this Goku Black and Super Saiyan Blue Goku head sculpt kit coming. The real and a false Monkey King, as they're calling it. Now, of course, you have your version A, version B. Always, typically one is going to be solid and then one is going to be translucent. That's typically how this goes with these things. You get 5 faceplates for each head. Let me see if the faces are actually, no, the faces aren't different between version A and version B. It's just a matter of the finish to the hair. So if you're interested in this, I'll definitely be keeping you guys updated. But for now, let's move forward. So right now, what you see on the screen is L.S.STUDIO, and it's a torso and crotch piece kit, obviously, right? But this is meant to turn your Goku, your Diamond Goku specifically, and if you have their Super Saiyan God head sculpt, as you can see here, very good head sculpt, by the way. It's meant to turn it into like a first appearance Super Saiyan God Goku, and we know that the Diamond body is perfect for that because it has a more slender build, specifically with the arms and whatnot, right? So definitely be on the lookout for this, and I'll definitely be keeping you guys updated. This will be excellent for customizing and whatnot. The Diamond Goku body in general, I think, is pretty customizer friendly. But with that being said, that's all we got from Air, at least for now, because you never know what news could pop up as I'm recording. But on to the next thing. Now, once again, staying on my good man BoomCustom's page, we have BOOBCUSTOM. Now, it's too easy, man. It's too easy. That joke is too easy. But that being said, we have a conversion kit for Piccolo to make him battle damage. And I like this a lot. This is something different, especially for Piccolo. We don't get a whole lot of, what do you call it? We don't get a whole lot of support in terms of Piccolo getting like conversion kits or like a head sculpt or what have you. And, you know, to be fair, Piccolo doesn't have a whole bunch of new forms and things of that nature. It's just basically the anime colors, and then of course right here, as you see, the manga colors with the yellow on the skin and whatnot. But sticking with BOOBCUSTOM, you're gonna go to their page, and as you can see, if you have the Bardock figure, they have a kit to where you could, you know, make your Bardock battle damage. Now let me see if they have it somewhere on the page here, right here. Good look of how it's gonna look. And of course, that's the DKO head sculpt, and we just finished talking about DKO. If y'all want to, I'll see if I can find a pre-order link for that Bardock kit, you know, for the head sculpt and whatnot. But yeah, this looks really good. The only thing I would say is that, you know, as a custom, I don't really customize, but I would assume that a customizer would want to add some blood to this, you know. But that's pretty much the only thing, you know. On to the next thing. So now we're on 5K Toys Instagram page, and you can see that they're teasing Dark Super Saiyan 4 Broly. Now, if that's the case that they're teasing that Broly, this is most likely a teaser for the whole wave. And as you can see, it says MYTHOS anime pre-order opens in summer. Now, one thing I'll give you guys a heads up on is it seems like a lot of the Beast Deity stuff will be coming out either just right before summer or during the summer. So that's just to let y'all know, because so y'all don't get bombarded with having to make all these different pre-orders. And maybe you could figure out a budget so you can order everything if you want to. But yeah, this clearly teasing Dark Super Saiyan 4 Broly. But that's not all they have. So what we have is something that actually was supposed to already have gone up for pre-order, but it's not gone up for it hasn't gone up for pre-order just yet. We have about to call them Beast Deities again. Anime Mythos Super Saiyan 4 VEGITO on an updated mold, because they did that project before and went back when they were still L.S.STUDIO, but that was on a 2.0 mode. This is supposed to be the second wave. It's called the Six-Eared Monkey. Of course, they can't call it VEGITO and whatnot. And funny enough, yo, my good man Burst, he was like, it reminds him of Infernate. But now that I keep on looking at the face or the head for the monkey, it kind of reminds me of like Diddy Kong or something. Diddy Kong or Donkey Kong, one of those two. There's supposed to be 3 variants to this particular wave. One of them is supposed to be like a what if GT VEGITO, or as my good man Nate said, VEGITO with the Levi's. And then of course you could tell by the gloves, this is meant to be a XENO VEGITO. So yeah, they're making these figures pretty modular now, I guess, to once again kind of throw off the scent of the Dragon Ball type of thing. But we already know this is Dragon Ball. Everybody that knows what they're looking at knows Dragon Ball. I've heard this is supposed to go up at the pre-orders for this are actually meant to go up at the end of May. We'll see how that turns out, because remember, originally this was supposed to come out before the 1st of May, right? So, or not come out, but the pre-orders were supposed to go up before the 1st of May, but that didn't happen. So we'll see how these things progress. It's nice to see updates on this. And with that being said, let's move on to the next thing.
Where do all these guys come from?
So now, you don't have to rub your eyes. You don't have to do no thing like that. You don't have to adjust your screen. What you see on the screen, I couldn't believe it when I saw it. Moro. Somebody's actually attempting to do Moro. Now, there's so much wait, let's just go through the pictures first. First of all, let's just go through the pictures. I think this looks pretty damn good. I think the sculpt is really good. Based off the manga. And of course, you get your Ultra Instinct Moro right here. But this was completely out of left field. I wasn't expecting this at all. This was not on my bingo card at any point, and I'm gonna try to get y'all another video out today because Tamashi surprised me too in terms of Dragon Ball. Y'all probably already know what I'm talking about, but that's gonna have its own video. But Moro, I never would have expected Moro. Now the studio is L.S.STUDIO, Breakout Kings A, Breakout Kings B, I guess because he broke out from the Galactic Prison. That's the name of it. But you get a nice assortment of accessories and whatnot. You get they actually put that detail where he was regenerating his arm and whatnot. Yeah, this is cool. This is really cool. This is probably I can't even talk. Y'all can tell how hype I am. This is the most excited I've been for a third-party figure in a while. This is different because it's something different. It's not a Saiyan character. It's a villain. Not only that, but it's a manga villain. You know, we don't really get like manga-related stuff like that unless unless it's something like a Saiyan. Like for example, you get Ultra Ego Vegeta. But this is awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, the one thing that's interesting about this, I'll say, is that it says L.S.STUDIO, but this is like the way the render is formatted is almost exactly how the Perfect Cell render was formatted. Now, to be fair, there was 2 Perfect Cells, right? But it's almost formatted damn near identical to how those Perfect Cells were formatted in terms of the render. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is still one of those 2 studios that's doing the Perfect Cells making this. No, actually, I said one of the 2 studios. The only 2 studios is KW and RR, and I don't think this is KW. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is RR under a different name. You know, just to third party does this all the time for whatever reason. But this, man, I can't talk about it enough. This is an awesome release. Only thing I'll say is that I definitely would have liked a black Frieza, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. If I had to choose something from the manga, I would have loved a black Frieza figure, but that would require a third party to basically do a brand new Frieza mold, and for whatever reason, people don't want to do that. But I'd buy it immediately. That being said, yeah, man, it's not a whole lot I have to say about this so far. When the pre-orders go up, you could bet your bottom dollar I'ma let y'all know, because I'm definitely interested in this. I hope that it actually releases. I hope it's not just something where, you know, we see a render and it's like, oh, we never heard about it again, you know? With that being said, let's move on to the next thing.
Black hole sun, won't you come?
Okay, so now, when this news came out, I felt like, once again, out of left field. We're on Hobby Model Store Instagram, right? And this is Black Hole Toys AF, basically an AF wave. They do on the Dragon Ball AF wave, right? And I love my fan fiction, right? We got a Super Saiyan 5 Goku from Beast DDs a while back, and that was good, but I'm very interested to see how they make their Super Saiyan 5 Goku like worth it. I guess it's technically going to be worth it because it's automatically going to be cheaper because it's new, you know? Why they all of a sudden decided to embark upon this path, to me it looks like they kind of picking up off of DF's projects that they announced, but never really got word about it again. DF did announce their own version of Super Saiyan 5 Goku, and I'll never forget it because it was called Evolutionary Apex. Yo, Demoniacal Fit kind of cold with the name sometimes. Evolutionary Apex, that's what it was called. And it sounds so powerful, I can never forget that. But also we have Zycor. Now, once again, I love Zycor, so I'm hype about this, but once again, it's not like people are really asking for these things from Black Hole Toys. Really, we want them to release all that other stuff that they announced. If you're not familiar with the other stuff they announced the Ultimate Gohan, a Future Gohan, and like a standard Super Saiyan Goku. But now I don't know if they're gonna drop that Super Saiyan Goku anymore because Tamashii announced they're basically what I call a 4.0 Super Saiyan Goku. So we'll see what Black Hole Toys does with that wave in particular, but also Black Hole Toys has their what do you call it? Their grade 3 wave, where you have grade 3 Super Saiyan Goku, you have grade 2 Super Saiyan Vegeta, and of course you have grade 3 Trunks. I still want them to drop that wave before we even touch any of this, you know? But yeah, this was also out of left field, because it was like the only company that kind of did this, not even kind of, they did do it, was once again L.S.STUDIO back in the day when they were still on a 2.0 mold, you know? Super Saiyan 4 Goku Black. They did many variants of that Goku Black, you know? I actually did a review of the 2.0 version of this. Maybe I'll link that in the description as well if y'all want to check it out. And once again, they did the pink fur version back in the day. L.S.STUDIO's I'm talking about, and now Black Hole Toys is randomly doing this. Very interesting choices. I don't really know what to make of it. Just very random, you know. The whole AF wave is random. Now this is probably what's gonna get people right here. Super Saiyan 4 Gohan. The fact that it took this long to even see a render from third party for Super Saiyan 4 Gohan is criminal, in my opinion. Absolutely criminal. But I'm happy to see it. I just, at this point in time, it's not like beyond DF. You know, I used to always get on DF about not dropping, but Black Hole Toys, y'all need to drop. They can't just keep on showing us renders and whatnot, you know? And DF has actually been pretty consistent with dropping some of the things that they said they're gonna drop. So, you know, Black Hole Toys, don't become the new DF now. And ironically, Demoniacal Fit's name was on one of the packaging for one of their Ultra Instinct Goku drops. So I find that very funny. That being said, let's move forward. Real quick minor update with HM Studios Super Saiyan 2 Gohan head sculpt kits. They saying they're gonna add an extra bonus for each of these kits. So let me just swipe through the pictures. We have the hand swiping effect for when he was chopping the Cell Juniors in their head and exploding them somehow from chops. But hey, that's how brolicky was, you know? Him holding a bag of Senzu beans, a cocky grinning face looking off to the side. I guess that's supposed to be like the charge up part to the special beam cannon. And this extra face, I think when you order all 3 or something like that. And a lightning effect. Oh, wait, what does this say? Extra free bonus is added for each variant. Okay. Any 3 unit from HA006 to HA009 will get you the extra face effect. Currently the pre-order is sold out, and extra will be put on when arrived. So basically, that extra stock, be on the lookout for that if y'all want any of these head sculpt kits. Of course, once the second payments go up on 5K Toys, you can basically count the days until, you know, they have the little extra stock sale, which is basically the people that didn't do the second payment for their pre-orders, and you're able to buy that. But that's it on that. We got some other stuff to look at for HM. So now, yo, HM, I gotta say it to HM. HM is having an absolute field day with these VEGITO head sculpts. Ultra Ego VEGITO. Having an absolute field day. And we're gonna go through these pictures. It just looks cool, you know? And I know I showed some of this in the past, but now we have, you know, the correctly formatted promo pictures, you know? And this is... Wait, what's the difference? Oh, of course, transparent, non-transparent. So, grape juice VEGITO, you know? And of course, Ultra VEGITO. Now, I don't think this is accurate, lore accurate in terms of the look, but since it's like a fan-made thing, you know, people can put their own spin on it, and it probably won't get a whole lot of pushback. But also we have Almond Vegito. So Vegito galore. Like I said, HM is having an absolute field day with this Vegito head sculpt. Now, HM is another one that I'm gonna need to start seeing some drops. Of course, Ultra Instinct Vegito. Pretty much Vegito is having, HM is making every form of Vegito, with the exception of Super Saiyan 3 and 4. I mean, I talked about Super Saiyan 4 earlier. That's being done by anime or Mythos anime. Super Saiyan Blue transparent version. Super Saiyan regular transparent version. So yeah, man. This is this is cool and all, but once again, we need to see some drops. That being said, on to the next thing.
Ping pong!
So now real quick, we're gonna do a quick lightning round of things that you can buy right now. This is just a little something that I'm testing out, you know? Maybe I'll put this in the front of the video. Who knows? I'll put it in the back because I'm sure people really care about the news more. So this will probably be in the back part of the video. But stuff that you can buy right now on Hobby Model Store, they're saying that their TK Custom Vegito head sculpts, Super Saiyan and Base, are in stock. Super Saiyan Blue transparent version in stock, and I definitely like this head sculpt from HM. I mean, not HM, TK. HM done made so many head sculpts, I'm confusing them. But also non-transparent version, standard version right there, all in stock. Apparently on Hobby Model Store. Now, people will usually ask me, hey, is Hobby Model Store trustworthy? From what I know, they absolutely are. People are getting their product. There's been many people that DM me and said, hey, you know, I ordered from Hobby Model Store and, you know, my stuff came. I got all the stuff that they said that they had. I got it. So it's not like a scam or anything of that nature. Now, if you still don't trust the site, well, you'll have to look elsewhere. But you can always, I'm assuming, get the extra stock from 5K if you don't want to order from Hobby Model Store. But that's not all.
Ping pong!
Hobby Model Store also has the big great baseball player, of course, from KAMIONE, formerly known as Tonson. They got them in stock. Like, that's actually surprisingly fast. It seems like it just went up for pre-order, what, 3 or 4 weeks ago? And now, maybe even less than that, to be honest. But yeah, if you want these, check out Hobby Model Store. And if you want to wait for, I guess, the US shipment for it, just go to OmniMadeStore.com, you know? But yeah, on to the next thing.
Ping pong!
So keeping up with the stuff that you can buy right now, on 5K Toys, you can buy the Time Vanguard. The DF Time Vanguard, which is just XENO Goku from Dragon Ball Heroes. Probably one of the best outfits for Goku ever. $50. You can buy it right now if you want to. If you don't, then don't. And last but not least, we have the DF Custom Legendary Berserker. So their rendition of the original Tamashii release of Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan. $65 in stock right now. If you want to buy it, it'll probably be to you by next week. Well, at least if you're in the US. Maybe earlier if you're on the West Coast, but if you're like on the East Coast like me, order it in the beginning of the week, you'll probably get it by, let's say, the end of the week, or early the next week. But with all this being said, as usual, I'm greatly appreciative of your support. I don't know, I felt like I had something else to say. What is it that I wanted to say though? I just had it in my head and then I forgot it. Damn. I'm gonna have to edit out this dead space, and it's gonna be so annoying. What was it? Oh yeah, we're about to be 8,000 strong on the channel, and I really appreciate y'all for that. That's awesome, you know? There's some people that have been with me here since I had less than 1,000 subscribers, and I've come a long way, you know? Right now, the main thing I want to do for you guys, and not only just for you guys, but myself, is just be more consistent with y'all and having content for y'all. So maybe I'll get 2 videos today. I'll see. But with that being said, this has been BombasticPlastic. Stay fantastic and have a blessed day.